Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 and I am going to show you a mini album I made. I used the I Love My Dog collection from Echo Park, and obviously I made a dog album. I used a tutorial that I had just published on my channel for a 5.5 by 7.5 mini album. You may remember a month or so ago I've been making 6.5 by 6.5 mini albums, so I was using 12 by 12 chipboard and had some offcuts that were 5.5 by 12.5. I cut them down to the 5.5 by 7.5. I always save my chipboard pieces, especially when they're that big. So let me take you and show you what's in the mini album. First of all, the cover, I did use some white cardstock to layer, and then this dog bone paper, the red paper, and then I used some blue stitching, zigzag, and a straight stitch around it just to add a little more texture to the album. I then took a piece of black cardstock that was 4.25 by 6.25, put 4 1/8 by 6 1/8 white cardstock, and then this pattern paper that was 4 by 6. I also added a 4" by probably 1.5" with just a little piece of white cardstock to separate those two. And then to that I added the stickers, which I had put up on cardstock, black cardstock. Let me take you inside. So in the inside front cover, I just have a tuck spot using just a scrap of paper and one of the stickers. And I used almost all, or did I use all, of the 3x4 elements and some of the 4x6 cut aparts and backed them. I put them on black cardstock and then used some white cardstock there so you can do some journaling and add some photos. On the front of page 1, we just have a photo mat. I think it's about 3.5 by 5, and I glued it on 3 sides to allow a little tuck spot there. These are not hidden pocket pages. I decided to be able to use one collection. Actually, I got about 2 albums using one collection and a couple of extra pages, and I did have some solids to go with this. So I was able to get 2 albums by using that to stretch it. So now this group of pages has angled pockets with a page in the center. I really liked how that came out, so that was fun to do. Again, here is the photo mat and the white cardstock on the back for you to add a photo to, and a couple of other photo mats. I couldn't decide which of these photo mats or these cut aparts I liked best, so I just decided to use them all and go from there. I used stickers again. I put on black cardstock and fussy cut them. You don't have to. I just like that extra detailing. It sort of makes it pop. And decorated the page. So we've got this I'm a Lucky Dog. This actually was a 4x6 cut apart. I did cut it down to 4x4 just so it would fit on this page, and he's sitting there with his toys and his food. So we've got his food there, his dog bowl, and his little basket there, and his toys are on this page. This will open like that to give you room to put a couple more photos, and then here is another tag that you could add photos to and just sort of tuck in there. A couple more photo mats. Again, I used as many as I could and backed it with white cardstock. Whoops, let's put that in the right orientation and add those to there. Our next page has 2 flaps that will come up. I did different things with this page with the flaps, so check out my other video showing the other books I made using the same tutorial. So on here I put a pocket. I call it a cheater pocket because it's just the pattern paper glued on 3 sides. I did make a little thumb notch to put in these cut aparts, and again they're white cardstock on the back. You could certainly add photos here. You could even add photos to here if you wanted to, or just tuck them in the pockets. I use magnets to hold this down, but you certainly could use the circle closures if you wish. Here is another page with the angled pockets. This is bath time. I did the same thing with this using a 4x6 cut apart that I cut down. That'll open like that. I did add some stickers in there And here has a little photo mat. Again, doggy sticker. Since he was taking a bath, I added some grooming things. And then here I just actually stuck that down without backing it on cardstock. And there are our photo mats that will go here, and a couple of the photo mats that will go in this pocket as well. Cute images in this dog book. Some of the other albums I made, I put a photo mat on here, but I really liked this paper, so I decided not to put photo mats on that. So this page has corresponding pages. They're reverse. Again, I added this border strip. It was from this paper. It's not really a border strip. I just cut this paper down. I just loved all the dogs. I thought they were a lot of fun. Added a little sticker here on the black cardstock. I added some of the red dog bone paper there, and then the photo mat there. I did not add anything tucked into here just because with all of this going on, I just didn't want to make it difficult to get something out of the pocket. But I sort of thought that was a great page. The back of page 5 has another photo mat. Again, another tuck spot there at the top. I did put that's a sticker. I used a circle punch to add a little element to that page. I left this fairly simple, but I did take this paper and add it onto some white cardstock and made that little strip. You could put another little element there, but I chose not to. And here inside that pocket are a couple more of the last of the photo mats. And there we go. There's the back cover. Simple. I just added the little dog bone on top of the red and white dog bone paper. There is our spine. And there we are back at the cover. So again, it's a real simple book. Wouldn't this be a great gift to somebody who was getting a puppy, or somebody whose dog passed, or somebody who just loves dogs, or your vet, or I don't know, so many fun things. So that is what I made using the I Love My Dog paper from Echo Park. There is a tutorial on how to make the album. I will list it in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.